Hi everyone. On this episode, I would like to show you how to install the Windows 11 Pro. So if you have the VMware Workstation, or even if it's and if it's also Oracle VirtualBox that you have, you can also follow. You can follow along. So you each want to create new virtual machine, custom, advanced. You click on next, and before we comments on the installation, there is something which I would like to bring to our notice. Um, for Windows 11, you need to look at for every Windows operating system that you would want to install. It's always very good to go onto the OEM site, which is Microsoft, and you check the system requirement. The system requirement for this operating system for processor, it's 1 gigahertz or faster with 2 or more. And the RAM size also, the minimum requirement is 4 gig. For storage, it also requires 64 gig. And yes, a system firmware, which is a UEFI, secure boot capable. And it also has a TPM, trusted platform module, version 2.0. You can also check on this article to check for more instructions on how your PC might be enabled to meet this requirement. And you have to also check the graphic cards and the display. So you have to check most of all of these things, these requirements, before you comment. And you also have to primarily you also have to look into your host, because your host also need to have at least enough resources before you can start installation. And for Copilot, minimum requirements, AMD Reason AI 300 series. I have the 900 series, so we're good to go. If you have Intel Core Ultra, also you're good to go. If you have a Snapdragon X series, you're good to go. So let's delve right in and install Windows 11. So here you click on Next, and you select you pick your ISO image. Once you've already downloaded your ISO image of Windows 11, so you go on to where the file location is, you browse there, select it, and you click on Next. So here you also have to specify a location where you want your Windows 11 to be resident. So we make a new folder under the VMs, give it a name, then you OK. For the virtual machine name, you can choose to give it any other name, but we just maintain the name for educational purposes. So we say next. Yes, here. So an encryption. So you may be wondering why you have this TPM, which is a trusted platform module to operate. For Windows 11, TPM 2.0 was introduced, which requires during installation to establish a hardware-based root of trust, providing a foundational layer of security against modern cyber threats that software alone cannot achieve. And this requirement actually aims to raise the security baseline for all Windows 11 devices. And there are various reasons why a TPM is required. One is for secure storage of sensitive data. The second one is for your enhanced data protection, which is the BitLocker, and system integrity verification, a secure boot and measured boots. And another one is the strong authentication, which is the Windows Hello, defense against firmware attacks and future proof in security. So this is very important, and we need to set a password. And when you set this password, please make sure that you keep it in a safe place. It's also mentioned here. Make sure it's kept in a safe place so that you can be able to retrieve or recover. Please do not forget this password. You can either generate it or you can self type it in if you wish. So we'll you can choose whether you want to encrypt all files for these virtual machines that will be encrypted or only the files in it to support a TPM. So the choice is actually yours. So here I'll pick the second one. Only the files in it to support a TPM are encrypted. So I'll just choose a password of choice that I know I won't be able to I'll be able to remember. So say next. So as part of the requirement that we read, UEFI and secure boot. So we say next. Number of processor, it says one, so we can decide to that's the number we can based on your host machine. You can be generous and just give it two, and number of cores you could say one, and we say next. For the RAM, the minimum the requirement is 4 gigs, so we maintain it as status quo, and also based on your host machine is determinant too. I say next. For this also, so we're just still stick to NAT. Say next. The recommended SCSI controller type, LSI logic SAS. So we stick to that. We say next. Then for the NVMe recommended, which is the SSD, it's faster. So we say next. And do you want to create a new virtual disk now? Yes, that's what we want to do. So we say next. The recommended size also it's 64 gig. Yes, the recommended storage size is 64 gig. We just need to be very sure. So we go back to 64 gig. So as it is here, are we splitting the disk or we storing the virtual disk as a single file? If we split the disk into multiple files, splitting the disk makes it easier to move the virtual machine to another computer, but may reduce performance with very large disks. But we're using 64 gigs. So, and for this one, if we select this allocate all disk space now, it will take all the space required. The 64 gig will be taken. But if we do not take it, it means that the virtual disk is going to grow as we add data to it. So it grows per time, per need. It grows. So we're just going to leave it the way it is and we say next. We say next. Look at all the information. If you're satisfied, then you go ahead and you can still go into this customize hardware to check if there is any other thing you want to add that you feel like you didn't add initially, so you just want to check everything to processors. Okay, this is where the ISO file is, the adapter. You could put it on NAT if you want. So sound, everything, the check the display also, everything looks okay, then you close and you say finish, creating the disk. Yeah, finished. And is it okay? Encryption has taken place. That was so fast. So what do? We just power on our virtual machine. So you power it on, press OK to load, preparing to install. Yes, so select the language, English, time and currency, English, say next. US, say next. Install Windows 11, and we click on I agree. Everything will be deleted, including files, apps, and settings. Right now, we're not repairing, we are installing Windows 11, so we say next. If you have the license key, you can supply the license key here, but since it's actually for educational purposes and evaluation evaluation, so you can just say I don't have a private product key right now. Click on that. Then you have different versions of the Windows 11. So we take the Windows 11 Pro. So some of the advantages for the Windows Pro, uh, it's good for business and professional use. Such I mean, they had features needed for professional environments, enhanced security, which includes the BitLocker encryption, Windows Information Protection, and Microsoft's Defender application guard. Then it has a remote access, which enables remote desktop host functionality to connect to your PC from another device, and also for virtualization, which includes the Hyper-V for running virtual machines and Windows Sandbox to isolate potential unsafe applications. And also at the enterprise management level, it supports domain join and management features for IT administrators, which is very important. But for the home edition, the home edition as it is right here, it's suitable for most consumers, because it includes all core Windows 11 features, such as the updated interface, widgets, snaps layout, and AI-powered features like Copilot. It's also, I mean, it's excellent for gaming. It has the same core performance and gaming features as the Pro version. But we'll select the Pro version. As in the next chapter, we'll show how to join this Pro Windows 11 Pro to a domain controller. So we click on next. So the user license, I know we're all guilty of this. We just all want to accept. How many of you actually read this in all honesty? So just go all the way and we accept it. So here, the allocation space. So we have the 64 gig on allocated space. So we're going to click on next. So it's ready to install. So if we recap what we've chosen, we're installing Pro. So we say install, and you wait for it to install. It's on 6% now, so we're just gonna wait, and we're gonna wait for this and hold on for it to finish the installation. So I'll be just right back. So check again. Oh, it's 41% complete. So we wait for it again, and we come right back. Yes, now it's 76% complete. So still have to wait. That's done. Restarting. Yeah, it's installing, so you just have to be patient. 3%. So here we have 94%. At this point, your screen may flicker. Do not worry. It's part of the installation process. So just be patient. Just a moment. Yeah, great. We're almost there. here. So you select the region, the United States. So yes. Also with the keyboard. So you take United States, the keyboard layout. So yes. If you want to hide a second keyboard layout, you could, but I'm gonna skip it. So this might take a while based on your resources. Do not panic. It's part of the process. So please keep your PC on. So it's getting things ready for you. Almost there. Yeah, thanks for your patience. So if you're new to this, these are the things that you'll be experiencing for the very first time. So just do not panic. Just go through it. And in no time, it will be done. Almost there. And here we are. So you give your computer a name. So as its username. So for the naming convention, so if you look at it, can contain only numbers, not more than 15 characters, no spaces or special characters other than hyphen, dashes, and underscore. And you can decide to skip it for now, but let's just give it a name. So give it Win 11. And we say next. Just a moment. So after the renaming, the system is going to restart, which is what we're experiencing right now. So do not panic. So yes, the next screen you see is this. How would you like to set up this device for personal use, set up for school or work? If you have a school ID, uh, you could choose this. If it's for personal use, you could pick this and you say next. So we'll take set up for personal use for now. Say next. And it's setting up, so just have to wait. It's now 46%. Step 1 of 3, downloading. It's almost done. Yeah, we're almost there. So the Windows updates might take some time or a while. I just wanted to just sit back, relax, and do not panic. It's part of the process, and we're almost done. You should also be almost done. It's almost, yeah, yeah, it's a welcome page. So let's sit back and enjoy the ride. Yes, and finally, we're on this page. So to unlock your Microsoft experience, so just have to sign in. So you click on sign in, then you have to add a Microsoft account. If you don't have one, you can create one, or you can use other sign-in options. If we click on these other sign-in options to see what we have, so you can either use your fingerprints or PIN. So if we pick this, say it says insert your security key. but we're not going to go through that. So we're going to cancel out of this and say sign in another way. So we have to supply a Microsoft account right here. So an account to Microsoft that you've created. If you don't have one, you can create one and supply it here, and you click on next. So we're going to do just that now. So you send code. So if you have your account name registered already on the Microsoft platform, or you've created one, definitely just hit the send code. They will send you a code. And once they send you the code, that's what you're going to use in logging in. So our code is here. I'm going to supply it 655347 655 347 is the code. So I sign it. So you'll be asked to create a pin. So create a pin and create a pin. So please make sure it's a number that you would also never forget. You know, please always remember this. And yes, choose a private citizen. So just say next, 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 accept. So if you're restoring from an old PC like a Windows 10, you can pick on the first option. But right here, we're setting up a new system, so brand new. So select set up a new system, then we say next. And here we are. Things are getting ready. So you can choose to play with this. You can also customize it, whichever you want it for, school project or creativity, business, family, but I'll just skip it. Another great feature is you can actually scan your mobile from your PC, and so this feature actually allows for you to be able to control seamlessly what you have on your mobile phone. Once you scan your mobile phone with this QR code, you'll be able to control, you have access to messages, calls, and many more things. I mean, on your phone. Right now, they support Android and iPhone as well. So we just keep, okay, we just accept in spite of all the terms and all that. So just keep accepting it. For this one, it comes, I mean, if you want this deal, you could just try an Office 365 as, I mean, part of your package for, I mean, you have 1 month free. If you want to try this, you can try it. If you want to decline it, you can decline it. So just decline it and um, educational purposes, so just decline. So this, I'm not gonna set this up. I'm just gonna say next, skip, and welcome to Windows 11 environment. And this is Windows 11 environment. So Go to settings, system settings. Yeah, so it's Windows 11. So we check about this. Come to the systems, about to know 64 gig and a dedicated graphics. So RAM installed is 4 gig. You can see it's Windows 11, the name given to it. And if you want to rename the PC also, you can rename from here. And say it's the edition, Windows 11 Pro. Just installed it. And yes, this comes to an end of how to install Windows 11. And I hope you enjoyed this. And thank you for watching.